Alrighty, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Let's dive into tonight's late night reading. This will be for Capricorn placements, but let's dive in for Capricorn. Actually, I want to use the Capricorn. You could be considering different options and choices. I could be speaking to a masculine, or this could be for the male Capricorns. This could also just be you considering choices from like an emperor perspective, so to speak, as well. You could be leaving behind a certain relationship, potentially. Tell me more for Capricorns. Yeah, Two of Cups in reverse, maybe something you weren't really connected with. Tell me more for lovely Capricorns. Yeah, I feel like you're not fighting this anymore. You could be moving towards greater stability. Tell me more. Maybe there's a lack of stability in the past in this love connection, Capricorn energies. Yeah, it could have been very burdensome. Looks like you're going towards something else. Could be an Empress energy. Could be somebody with Libra placements, or this just could be somebody who's your match, right? You have the Emperor and the Empress in this present position. So there is something here about evaluating or working or going towards this Empress potentially, or this could be somebody. This could be also a facet of you where you're taking care of business every day. You know, like taking care of yourself. With the King of Pentacles as well here. Sagittarius energy is here. Queen of Wands, yeah, just as we say that. So this could be the, I think these are the same person. So maybe this Empress is really a fire sign. They could also have Libra placements, maybe. Capricorns. You could be thinking about different like options for your career or job, or this could be about like ways to reciprocate potentially. There's something about, tell me more, Capricorn. Okay, we get it. There's no love in the past. We get it. Moving away from some kind of conflict, apologizing, extending an emotional je ne sais quoi, something, yeah, as you detach from something else, okay, Capricorn. Or Queen of Pentacles energy here, interesting. You could be leaving a Queen of Pentacles energy, or just leaving behind what wasn't benefiting you, maybe. This is a confusing reading, I'm sorry. Maybe I should just focus and just go with my first instinct and try instead of trying to like. But anyways, there's definitely something new beginning here, so let's get your advice. Actually, yeah, sure. Capricorn's advice from this deck, from their spirit team of love and light. Eight of Cups, detaching, leaving something behind. This could be this Queen of Pentacles energy. Tell me more for Capricorns. Advice from the highest team of love and light. Letting go of anything that's been like holding you back. Could be a Queen of Pentacles energy. Could be just like repetitive looped thoughts, like self-imposed restrictions regarding your finances. Something about taking charge of something as well, especially if you were like, yeah, there's something about getting on the same side as the Empress or something like that, especially if you and this Empress were at odds in some way, shape, or form. This could be like facets of your personality, but there's a need to get on the side of the future. Also, maybe you're taking charge of your career. Capricorn, advice from their highest timeline. Yeah, releasing things. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's get you some tea leaf to clear this up. Capricorn, from your highest team of love and light, Capricorn energies. You could have been more naive before, Capricorn. Yeah, interesting. Success. Capricorn. Tell me more for Capricorn people and placements. Changes in your life, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So that's definitely leading you towards success. Okay, with the Emperor right there. Tell me more for Capricorn. Any other messages? Guaranteed success in the future position. You could be moving beyond a financial pinch. This could have been involving a Queen of Pentacles energy potentially. Warning you. Yeah, there was some kind of warning about problems in the past. Something that was affecting your authority. Could be an older woman potentially. Let's see more. Capricorn. Something about making your voice heard, protecting yourself, defending yourself, especially if you are leaving something behind, like you're detaching. Yeah, you're detaching from something and improving your finances, it looks like, Capricorn. But yeah, someone could have been acting dumb in the past, or this was causing issues. This could have been something to do with a family life situation. Too much concern with sexual matters. Interesting. Alrighty. Let's get you a familiar for maybe somebody here was like polygamous or not faithful. Capricorn energies. Maybe this was just like an open relationship or something. Ferocity, yeah. 4. It's like you have to be strong to get to drop these burdens or something. Anything else for Capricorn? Yeah. Determination, interesting. Let's see, boar. Brutish hogs and wild swine, aggression, anger intertwine. Unleash the ruthless force of fury. Deal with it or face the jury. This could be about establishing boundaries. Intimacy, Taurus, Scorpio energy. It is not often you see me or even sense me near, for I am usually happiest in my own company, far away in the darkest of woods. However, now I make my presence felt, and with my tusks gleaming and eyes red, because what you have allowed to continue now must end. So this could be something that was like taking away your power or stealing it, or there's some kind of transformation. Anger, maybe something about your self-worth. Anger wells within you, but through me you harness it and unleash it in the most effective way. I do the damage and I instill the fear and protect you from the pain that is about to be redirected towards those who have inflicted it on you. Karma, right? Like Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is boundaries. I can devour everything organic from flesh to bone, and it rules death, right? And in doing so, I ensure those who have aggrieved you will never be able to do so again. So it's kind of about like, refining yourself, getting rid of things that are not necessary. I can root out problems and issues even within yourself, drive them to the surface, and give you the courage and strength to finally face and deal with them. But please don't seek me out for petty matters, simple squabbles, or malicious revenge, and I turn on just as easily on you. Stand up to your foes. A primal scream needs to be released. Take up a martial art to channel your physical power. Learn to discern between the small matters in life and life-changing events. It's okay to let it all out now. The boar is the ancient symbol of warrior and talisman in conflict. The Norse goddess Freya rode a trusty boar called Hildsvini into battle. In dreams of war represents assertiveness and confrontation, which suggests you're learning to face your fears with gusto. Alrighty, this could be about like networking. This could also be a Taurus or a Sagittarius, or a Taurus at a distance, or I don't know. But anyways, let us dive into your juicy messages. Okay, Capricorn, from your highest team of love and light, most valuable messages for Capricorns. Thank you. Heard golden egg. Oh shit. Capricorn, from your highest teams of love and light, most valuable messages. Heard less is more. God separating you from the unworthy, tapping into your unique talents. Breathe, rest, and reset. They come/bring bad energy. They underestimated your ability to clear out negative forces. Take your time to bloom. Knows they're draining you. So this could be somebody who's like stubborn, territorial. Healing emotional blockages equals creativity. Veil is lifting. Can't stand how authentic you are, so they try calling you fake like they are. Right? Maybe this person's superficial, insecure, wanted to seem smarter than you. Quitting what wrongly put too much pressure on you. Nice. So you're establishing that you don't have to repeat patterns of karma, right? That you can have boundaries. So you're the master of the reality. Detaching from their energy field. Don't even look at them. Solidify your own truth. Your own reality, right? Your own embodiment. Trying to keep you in darkness. I also heard docility or something. Find people who you feel safe around. Destiny is happening. That's nice. We are in eclipse season. Facing shadow, growing strength. Embrace your personal brand of magic, right? Because I'm like a bird. So you can do anything with God, right? You're very powerful. Stay guarded. We have paying karmic debts. So you could be like paying off these, finishing them, surrender them. Karma is delivered. Yeah, surrender them and karma is delivered. Celebrity syndrome. I don't know what that's about. Challenging yourself, new growth. And stay away from stingy people. Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting. Physical danger. That's weird. And they take what you said as a personal attack. So yeah, I don't know. Be careful. Protect yourself. Oh shit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll pull you one of these. Flow. Interesting. Yeah, something could have been like really like maybe it was a pattern you learned in childhood that you just repeated and was really hurting you. It was actually impacting your finances or growth or happiness. But let's see flow. Ease, smooth sailing, no friction. This card means things are easier now because you're in alignment with purpose, right? You're protected when you're with God. Let yourself be swept by the goodness in your life. Surrender control so spirit can take you where you need to go. Why swim upstream when you can float on the river instead? Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get you some extra messages, Capricorn. Good Lord. Yeah, this was really like a sense of disownership in yourself. It's like somebody was like you need to replenish because somebody was like chopping your tree down. What is that from? That's from something. I'm gonna chop. Right. That's from Yellowstone. Sorry. Capricorn. It's like you're still needing to complete this. Like shut the door, because that will help you cleanse the energy and actually manifest the energy that you want. Yeah, this is something that was rooted in groupthink, insecurity, fear, ignorance, lack of knowledge, lack of self. Yeah, lack of religion, lack of spirituality. I don't know. Religion's kind of, I guess, social kind of groupthink, but yeah, this was not helping you. Grace and generosity in the reverse. I don't know what that's about. Capricorn. Intentionality. Yeah, intentionally close the damn door so you can move towards opportunity. Looks like eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Forgive yourself and forgive them and let it go. Interesting. Plus, I don't know. It's kind of sideways, wasn't it? Huh? Keeping things clean could also be relevant. Let's get you an angel. Capricorn people and placements. The highest teams of love and light. Organize for success. This could be journaling. Visualize abundance in all forms. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Bountiful nature. It is safe for you to receive windfall of abundance. Let's get you a Lenormand. Capricorn. Oh, this one's sticking out. House, wow. Maybe you're changing house. There could be some kind of growth, though. Cavalier. Heed well, good news from the Cavalier. Impassioned views. Promise good cheer. Sadness that hides, veiled in the day. Once disguised, soon flies away. It's going to be about your personal happiness when you put that first. It could be evaluating new opportunities. Scythe, yeah. It's like you have to cut out people that were like not allowing you to move forward or giving you anxiety or were prohibiting or like limiting your manifestations or something. Yeah, it could be snake energy. Birds is there. Let's get you an Kali for Capricorns from your highest team of love and light for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. Moksha, so this is about liberation, right? Interesting. Spiritual enlightenment. Her passionate desire for your liberation is unflagging, and so your relief shall come swiftly. She is speaking to you from within. She is the voice of reassurance. Can you hear or trust her? Soon you will see things in a better light. You are going to be liberated from the struggle you currently experience. Be true to yourself in your life path, and you attract the way forward as obstacles disappear. Do not turn away, for you're destined to overcome all opposition, bringing your sacred path to fruition. Moksha is a Sanskrit term meaning freedom and the sense of complete self-actualization, so the devil can't even touch you. And spiritual liberation refers to the attainment of enlightenment is considered the final release from involuntary suffering. The distinction between voluntary and involuntary is made because at the high level, certain divine beings will take on experience of suffering to assist those who are yet to experience moksha. They help carry the load and move others forward. Our love for another, our compassion for their pain may make us wish we could take on their suffering so they no longer need to struggle. This is counter to the divine perspective of higher beings. They enter into the realm of suffering to assist all. So maybe knowing that the universe will support those that kind of you've got to let go, right? The divine understands the purpose of suffering so it can lead us towards wisdom, strength, and ultimately empowerment. There is an art to alleviating suffering without depriving the soul of the growth it brings. Yeah, so maybe there's a reason. Like people create their own reality, right? So, sorry, God damn. Okay. There are loving divine beings of great wisdom willing to help those trapped in suffering at all times. We can call for assistance whenever we find our pain difficult to bear, including the anguish we feel when faced with struggles of others. These divine beings have sufficient wisdom and higher understanding to help in the ways that create benefits for all. There are times when suffering is so great it threatens to overwhelm the soul. So this could be about like connecting with angels or calling angels to surround you, guardian angels, Angel Michael, etc. Perhaps that intense degree of suffering is a result of accumulated unresolved pain of generations of ancestors resting upon the spiritual shoulders of one family member, brave enough to admit the truth when others are trapped in delusion or denial, right? Because when it's not admitted, we just repeat it, right? Similar situations can arise if we make the same mistakes. We don't learn from our ancestors. Similar situations can arise in societal, religious, cultural, or corporate contexts. Intensified suffering can be the initiation for a particularly talented soul who has the potential to bring light and freedom to the world. To achieve this, the soul must learn to deal with darkness in equal measure. That typically entails periods of intense struggle until the best methods are realized to find peace and awareness without being overcome by pain. Many mystics report dark nights of the soul as struggle with negativity, suffering, and pain of various kinds that last for a long time. However, they are not failing on their spiritual path. They are at an advanced level. They are willing to engage with their struggles because of their great love for the truth, the light, the divine, in whatever form resonates with their hearts. Nothing can make them turn away from the great love. Higher love is the power that fuels moksha, fuels the release from suffering. It is a spiritual juice doing the inner work to see the path through and refuse to give up, even if we're still figuring out what our persistence is going to look like today. This could also gets easier, and also you can just manifest an easy way forward, right? The moksha of Kali teaches that our suffering is no source for shame, but rather a badge of spiritual honor, acknowledging that we are deep on the soul's healing pathway. However, that doesn't mean that the more we suffer, the more spiritual we become, and that the more spiritual we become, the more we have to suffer. It means our capacity to process our suffering increases, and in that increase, we experience more sunshine through the cloud, moments of peace, liberation, higher understanding, rather than a life of periods of suffering become like toxins. Our body, mind, and soul need to process and release, perhaps akin to digesting a meal, but on a multi-level scale. The oracle brings a message of relief and realization. There is much you will accomplish through your own efforts, and much more that can be accomplished if you include regular prayers and assistance from the divine as a part of your lifestyle. If you have been working hard on an issue and wondering if it ever gives way to an improved set of circumstances, the oracle indicates that yes, for a time of difficulty, for a time of freedom from this difficulty is on its way. So this could be about just literally manifesting that, right? So let's see 13 here. It says, her timing is fierce with compassion and wisdom to love her is to honor greater knowing. She demands the surrender of futile attempts to control that which is beyond her sphere of understanding until the pain transforms into the sweet pleasure of release. Even the right thing cannot obtain fruition at the wrong time. Trust her and be shown again and again that her divinely orchestrated workings of time serve you faithfully with love and grace. There are cosmic cycles within which personal cycles in our lives must align. There are karmic time frames that govern soul contracts and relationships, and the timing of life circumstances and changes of fortune. Actually, this reminds me of like near-death experiences when they just, like I heard the story where she said like the angel when she was in her near-death said like you're going to like divorce, like you're tying this up with this relationship. You have both learned whatever you needed to learn. You're going to, and she was like resistant obviously to this knowledge at first, but it did come true. Like I think a year later or two, she divorced and she found another soulmate, right? So opening pathways for us using our free will, we enhance the flow of healing, that flow card, right? And do all we can to ready ourselves to step forward at the appropriate moment. Yet it is the Divine Mother in her infinite wisdom and regenerative power that knows and enacts the perfect transition at the best time. She orchestrates the shifting of individual and collective cycles to be in harmony with each other so every being gains spiritual benefit through what unfolds. The Oracle of Yuga Shakti confirms that you are going to experience considerable change. The timing of this unfoldment is significant. There are many factors at play. You will sense when the correct moment is upon you. During this time globally, the light of spiritual knowledge is partially subsumed within the darkness of ignorance and confusion. Even those with awareness to have positive intentions can be confused or place profit above integrity, attack brothers and sisters on the path, or lay claim to knowledge on false foundations. Even when intentions are noble and affect the actions create further suffering, such conflict and confusion are signs that asuric or negative forces have gained the upper hand. Kalima's darkness and ferocity are required to redress the spiritual imbalance. We are in a particular need for most terrifying manifestations when we become confused as to what belongs to the highest sacred truth and what does not. Do not allow yourself to be convinced by another of anything. Lean into your heart connection with the divine. Inner clarity and higher understanding arises for you. You will see how to close the chapter on the past and move into a new cycle. When Callie unfurls her tongue with ferocious expression, she embarks upon spiritual deliverance. It is the action that precedes her bringing about an end of a diabolical era of greed, fear, confusion, hatred, self-righteousness, or negativity. The tongue of Callie is the reminder that no matter what we may see unfolding before us, there's always a pathway back to the heroic and beautiful. If you have been struggling to let go of a negative legacy, perhaps one that extends back through generations or has infiltrated a group you belong to, this oracle signifies a radical divine intervention will take place. Call upon her for such assistance now. Know that an era of darkness is going to end. Unexpectedly and suddenly a new spiritual dawn will arise. So this could be something about more peace. An entirely new era is due to unfold. Keep close to Ma. She shall ensure it is brought into being in the best way at the best time. Let's see your future. Let's get some cards. Maybe they can enlighten us on what they'd like you to know about your future for Capricorns. Three of Swords in the reverse. You will feel better. You will heal some kind of broken heart as you pull away from someone. Three of Gifts. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be something you're cutting out. It looks like you're actually taking stock of your resources more so now in the future, and making better judgment calls or changing your choice or decision that you might have made in the past regarding intimacy, perhaps. Maybe you're focusing more on independence, and you will be successful, and this will allow you to move forward with greater strength and speed. Yeah, you could be changing your perspective about something interesting. Capricorns. Pumpkin spice and apple cider. Nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your own presence. Let's see. Nostalgia, joy, belonging, and inner child. The higher self chose this card because there's hints from your past that hold the answer to the future. This card presents itself when you're feeling confused or questioning strengths, talents, and perhaps even life purpose. It might seem as though you have no idea what you should be doing with your life. You may have had a spark of inspiration here or there, but what feels like the aha moment 1 second turns into crippling doubt or fear just as quickly as the thought arrives. So this could be about staying focused. Pumpkin spice apple cider reminds you to return to the past when you're searching for clues on the next steps. What did you enjoy doing as a child? What was the answer to answers when asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Did you see yourself as an artist? Perhaps it's time to explore different forms of creative expression. This could also be about dating or romance. Did you see yourself as a farmer? Why not cultivate a small garden? You never know where small steps might lead. A small garden may one day turn into a sprawling farm. Children know the value of incredible dreams, and so did you when you were a child. Don't discount any childhood fantasy, no matter how silly it might seem. One breadcrumb leads to another. And what was a desire to be an astronaut might simply mean a love for the stars. Astrology could fill the same love. Allow yourself to imagine anything possible, because when you do, you give soul space to uncover possibilities you didn't even know were there. This could be about family. Or your emotions or something. So let's dive into Capricorn. Phobias. Yeah, there's definitely something about praying to overcome these phobias so you can move forward. Capricorn. People and placements. Yeah, angels. Beautiful. Something about looking up like different religions could be helpful as well, like maybe Buddhism or Hinduism. Where to go next? Yeah, we'll get you one of these. Capricorn, some of your highest theme of love and light for Capricorn energies. Owl spirit. Tell me more. Anything else for Capricorns? Hummingbird and spider. Okay. It says, are you feeling overwhelmed or overpowered by all you sense? Are you highly sensitive right now and information overload, feeling too much, taking on too much? The antidote for overwhelm is to become grounded and return to your safe nest. So wisdom offers you clarity and guides you on managing the flow. Take a break to ground yourself in the reality of everyday senses. Go for a walk in nature. Perhaps you can stop to lie on the ground or hug a tree or just stroll on the street. So maybe if you're like overthinking, it's really important to loosen that as well, like to allow yourself to take a break, right? Because that energy, that like tightness really manifests more of that in your life. So yes, stroll beneath the soothing sky so you can regroup and clear your energy field. Your wisdom and ability to make sense of all you feel and experience returns as Owl Spirit reminds you of your need to get clear. Beautiful. Okay, well, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for being here. Good luck. Take care. And if you need a personal reading, feel free to use the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Bless be.